Hello, Scouts. So today we're going to talk about tomatoes, because tomatoes are a fairly easy thing to grow, and they're a very popular plant to grow, and there's so many ways and varieties that you can grow them. But the two biggest types of tomatoes are actually the way that they grow. So you have determinate, which means it's going to get to be a certain size and give you a certain amount of tomatoes, and then it's going to die. And then you have indeterminate, which means it's going to grow as big as the space and the soil and the environment allows. This here is an example of an indeterminate tomato. It is 6 feet or so tall, 4 feet or so deep, and probably 6 feet or so wide. Right, nice and healthy green, still making tomatoes. Has a point of reference. Right, big tomatoes. Alright, but this one does have a problem. If we come down here, we'll see there's some yellow and ugly leaves. And if we get really close, we'll see that there's like some fuzz on them. Well, what's going on is this is where I stick the hose in to water, so I've kind of killed this little section. Otherwise, nice, healthy plant. Alright, which tells me that the soil is pretty alright. It has all the different nutrients and nitrogen and phosphorus and everything that it needs, potassium. Pretty healthy thing. Now this plant is also in probably the best location, at least in my yard. So that wall is my house, and the camera is currently pointed east, which means this faces west. So it gets sun from about 11 o'clock or so all the way till the end of the day. And in the summer it gets sun all the way until 7 o'clock at night. Lots and lots of sun. The other thing is that wall gets heated up by the sun, so even after the sun has gone down, there is still warmth going into this plant. Because of that, the tomatoes that we put in this particular location tend to survive winter. So if you have a western facing garden that backs up to a big wall and you plant your tomatoes there, you have a good chance of those being the best tomatoes you grow. Alright, so now we're going to look at another tomato plant. Okay, so this is about as opposite as you can get from that last plant. This is a determinate plant. It was only ever going to grow so big and only ever give me so many tomatoes, and it did what it was supposed to do. And as you can see, it's starting to die here, right? So there are some yellow leaves, but they're not coming from the bottom. They're coming from just kind of the plant itself. Right now, when I say this is basically opposite of what that first plant was, well, this tomato is facing east. Alright, so it only gets sun in the morning. It gets sun till about 10 or 11, okay? And its biggest problem are all these peach trees, okay? So they create a lot of shade, which means this plant doesn't get fed what it needs, and it can't grow. Alright, now I believe the soil itself is actually in pretty good condition, because these trees are pretty darn amazing, and they've given us some very nice peaches, and they're very tasty. And we have random trees growing, right? You're not going to have random trees growing when the soil is not good. Another sign that your soil is good, if you notice, there's really not a lot of weeds in here. And I don't weed this area. There's some bark mulch or whatever in here from some trees we cut down, but there's just not a lot of weeds. I mean, I think I can count 5 or 6, right? Weeds in your garden tend to mean that you have some issues with your soil. No weeds in your garden tend to mean the soil is very healthy. Right, so the soil here is probably good, but I unfortunately just put this in a bad spot. If I had put this over in the other spot, we would have had much more tomatoes. Not as big as the other plant, but bigger than this one. All right, on to the next one. All right, so this plant is facing south. All right, and if we look at it, it's pretty darn big. So it's safe to assume that this was indeterminate. It was going to grow as large as the environmental conditions would allow. And it's maybe half the size of that first plant we showed you. All right, and you can see we have lots of damaged, yellowing, dying leaves. What that is telling me is that the soil needs more of that phosphorus and potassium. Right? That's generally when you get the yellow dying leaves coming from the bottom to the top. So the ends of the plant is still very pretty and green. And if we look around, we can see there are still some flowers that are coming. So if I were to feed this dirt very well, lots of banana peels and lots of compost, the yellow's not going to come back. But the rest of the plant could survive and thrive and provide more tomatoes. All right, now we have one last plant to show you. This plant. Okay, this plant gets sun just like that location, basically all day. All right, from morning to noon. It's out in the middle of the grass. There is some shade it gets, but not too much. The problem we have with this one, again, comes down to competition. All right, there are weeds and some kind of lettuce that we were growing in here, and I just stuck this plant in to see what it would do. And it gave me some tomatoes, but it did not do anything like I would expect, except to understand that it needed more nutrients and soil and everything else. So the size of your container, the size of your garden will determine the size of your plant. The health of your soil will determine the health and size of your plant. So go out there, throw some banana peels in the bottom of your hole, plant your tomatoes or whatever you're planting, grow something, have fun, and do your best.